Hi everyone, welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies. Right, today I've popped into Poundland for some toiletries, and you'll be pleased to know I have some gloves on, but you have to be also very careful when touching or when using gloves, because whatever you touch with gloves on, you're going to pass it. So we're going to try to pick up only things that we want to buy, and obviously when you take your gloves off, take them off before you do anything else, because you're going to be transferring it even with gloves on. So we're going to have a quick look around. These are not the things that I've come in to buy, but I'm going to show you guys anyway. Right, with your kids maybe at home, they're probably a little bit bored. So if you do pop in, I'm not encouraging by any means for people to make non-essential trips. So before people say I shouldn't be encouraging, I'm not encouraging. If you do pop in and you do want to pick any of these bits up, or you're looking for essential items, maybe your kids are in need of a little bit of help, maybe they're getting quite bored, and for their mental health you want to pick some of their items up, then these, obviously you could pick these bits and pieces up as well. So we've got loads of different garden toys down here. We've got a sand bucket down there. We've got some like little shapes, where the kids can build sandcastles and stuff. So that's something that your kids can do in the garden if they're a little bit bored. I know Alfie's got his sand pit on his garden. Incidentally, I haven't seen him for so long and I'm missing him so much. But he's got a sand pit. It's his birthday in May, and he got a sand pit from his other grandma, and she's given him it early so he can play with it. Look, we've got some chalk there. That's great for kids to play in the garden with as well, because it keeps them, it doesn't matter if it makes a mess, does it, at this day and age. We've got some gliders there, also some water pistols for the kids to play with, and they've got a massive water pistol gun up there as well. So they've got quite a few bits and pieces for the kids to play with. Incidentally, on the floor they've got the tape as well, telling people to keep well apart. Right, maybe you're also looking for things to do, like growing plants and things like that. So that would be really good to get the kids doing, or yourself if you're needing some extra kind of bits and pieces to do. They've got pots as well, loads of different pots that you can plant your seeds. And I think also we've got to realise that yes, we have got to stay in, and I haven't been out for so long. This is the first time I've been out in a long time, just to get these toiletries. But it's keeping people's minds occupied as well, which I find is the difficult thing. So little bits like this that you can find to do if you've got things around your home, if you can't get out, or you're not allowed to go out at all, is going to be the key. I mean, they've got some barbecue bits. We've been having some barbecues as well, and it sounds daft, but it kind of like passes the time just to think, oh yeah, we're having a barbecue tonight. We've got some of the citronella candles down there as well, and the tea lights. Barbecue tongs, we've got the condiment sets there, but these are also good for kids to play with, not just for like food and stuff, but they could do maybe a burger shop, a burger van, do the little fries boxes, stuff like that, because Phoebe would love playing with all bits and pieces like that. What else have we got down here? This is like the summer stuff, but it makes me really sad coming down here, because we'd be looking at this and we'd be like, oh wow, we can be doing this, but if you are at home and you can have your family, obviously the ones that live at home with you, you can still do things like this. But it is sad, and I'm sure they're not going to sell they're not going to sell what they would, are they? So there's going to be lots and lots of bits and pieces left on the shelves. What have we got over here? We've got some LED flower lights. They're like a cube, if you can see there. We've got some, let me go a bit closer. There's some flower lights there. There's some light bulbs. And I think there's a fly swat that looks like a tennis racket, which looks quite funny. There's a light up lantern. That's quite cute. I like that. What have we got? Soccer training set. Mermaid sand mould. Oh, here's a few more of the bits to do in the garden. Now, we've got holiday bits, but we're not really going to be holidaying, so it's holidaying at home, isn't it, for the best part of time. There's camping bits there as well, toilet seat covers, and I suppose these are what were planned to come out for people taking their summer holidays, weren't they? So now we've got some more bits for the kids in the garden. Hooker unicorn, baseball bat and ball set. We've got a jumbo spade there. So if kids are doing bits in the garden, that would be quite good for that. We've got a wooden paddle set down the bottom there. What else have we got? We've got a toss ring set. Again, these are good bits in the garden to do. And if you have joined us halfway through, then hello, and we're just having a quick look round. We are not touching, we have gloves on, and I do not recommend going in to pick up items like this because things are non-essential, but I am showing you because I've come in to get some toiletry bits, so I'm being very careful while I'm in here. We've got some Frisbees there. They're good for the kids. Dogs like those too, don't they? If you're lucky enough to have your own pool at home, then you could use those. Got some water bombs, some little flyers there, shuttlecocks. And now if you're doing a bit of gardening, there's all sorts of bits and pieces down here that you could use for gardening. If you wanted to do a fairy garden, these are quite sweet. These are £1, and again, these help you keep your mind active because it's about keeping sane at this time of the crisis, isn't it? Because we're sort of a few weeks in now, and I know that I'm finding it hard at the minute. It's just we've not got a normal routine, and I'm finding it difficult. So I'm sure you guys must be too. So we have to remember that we're all in it together and we all feel the same way. So finding any little different bits and pieces like this to keep us going is it's going to be helpful, isn't it? So we've got some bits down the bottom there. Lots of times we've actually painted these, haven't we? Oh, look, there's a badge there, look. There's a Buddha at the top. You could paint those to sort of match your garden if you've got quite a bright garden. You could do that. Right, let's have a look around the other side. Right, more bits and pieces for the garden here. We've got some wire netting down the bottom. Lawn feed. Chloe's got a lot of ants at the moment, so I'm going to try and see if I can find something for her for that. But it seems like everybody's got ants because they don't have any. So they've even got the stuff there. I don't know if that works for if you've got like cats or dogs that poo on your garden that shouldn't be. And that's for that. Different garden bits there, garden gloves, pruning shears, weed remover. So that's the thing you can do. I know it's dead boring, but you could just get the kids to pull some weeds up in the garden if you've got one. We've got pots and plants down there. So they've got quite a few bits in. I need to do our front garden because that is not good. Carl cuts the grass, but we need to kind of do the side bits and make it a bit prettier. But you know, even though I've got jobs to do, I don't feel like doing them. That's probably going to sound a bit silly, but I felt a bit down for a few days, so it's kind of like made me not want to do much. But I'm sure we'll get there. I'm sure lots of us feel the same. A Hungry Frog game, that's a £5. What have we got here? Little Fisher Price Dodot surprise pack. That's a preschool kind of age. I hope you can see enough. Obviously I've got to be really careful. Alfie likes little bits like this. He likes cars and dinosaurs and sort of anything that he can hold. If you really want some unicorn poo, then you could do that. So, right, okay, I'm going to move around because I don't want to stay in here too long. I do want to quickly show you this aisle just as I'm coming round. This Twilight Garden smells really, really nice on the Disiflora. I'm using that at the moment. So, and they seem to have quite a few sprays, antibacterial cleaners and things in. They had some £2 wipes around the other side as well. So before anyone panics, I'm not necessarily staying in here much longer than what I would have done already. So I'm not prolonging my trip. I'm also staying well away from people, and I'm not touching anything that I'm not buying. Right, craft-wise, there isn't... I mean, obviously, if you need bits and pieces for your kids to do, I mean, maybe you could look online as well. If you can't get in or you don't need anything essential, you could probably pop in and get those. But obviously, keeping the kids occupied is a real big thing at the moment as well. So they've got the crafty bits in. They never do a very great range of craft stuff anyway, but they do quite a lot more for kids. Like if you like to keep organised, they've got a meal planner here. So if while you're at home you want to sort of write down the meals that you've got, and a good thing is then to write down the ingredients that you need. So that's why I'm going to keep walking, so that you can write down the bits and bobs that you need, so you can just get what you want, which would help. Obviously the trolls would be in the cinema at the moment, and they've got all sorts of different troll bits and pieces, so if your kids like those, then they've got those too. Also, if you're looking for things to kind of keep you occupied, don't forget they've got the Pound replay DVDs as well, and they've also got some CDs at the top. So we're not going to hang about, we're going to keep going. But I just wanted to quickly show you some of the bits, just to kind of keep you guys a little bit more sane as well. So I know we're missing going out. We can't go out. This is probably going to be a one-off. Well, it depends how long it lasts, doesn't it? But I'm not going out hardly at all. So please be rest assured I am being very, very careful, and the customers in here are keeping really well away. They're not letting many customers in at a time. So I'm going to hurry up now. There wasn't a queue or anything like that. There's nobody waiting to come in. But they are being very, very mindful in here. They've also got some screens up at the tills as well. Right, so I've just moved round to the toiletries bit. I'm just going to get the bits and pieces that I came in for, and that's going to be me done. So I hope you've enjoyed this very strange walk round, and I hope you understand why I bought you, and I'm just hoping that it keeps us all ticking over, and we're kind of able to get through this together. So I hope you're all okay, and I really am thinking about you all, and I will see you all again very soon in one way or another. I will be obviously doing craft videos more than this for obvious reasons, but I picked quite a safe time to do this, if there is a safe time, and it's only when I would have been in here getting essential items anyway. So I hope you're all okay, and I'll see you all again very soon. You take care. Bye for now.